Yeah, hello. So this is a new website that I've created for hosting course content that you'd want to present to clients or people who would want to take your courses, whether they are individuals or for groups. Now, this is not just a Udemy style website. This is Udemy plus more or Udemy and more. All right, everybody is familiar with Udemy, but the big problem with Udemy is Udemy takes over 80% of your course costs, right? Because they do all sorts of back end advertisements and they claim, I mean, they just take so much of it. And I myself, I have a course on Udemy for over a year now. I only receive a little chunk of it. All right. So Udemy just takes everything. They take 80% of your pricing, and seriously, all you can do on Udemy is take courses and also host courses. But on this platform, which is Upskillcircle, which I built, you can do so much more than just take courses. So as you can see, Upskillcircle is a community-oriented platform to host course content, but also to build a professional community around ideas and also courses. All right. So you can take courses, you can join the community, or you can also become an instructor. So an instructor just puts their learning materials on Upskill. So let's introduce you to the community. So the community is like Facebook, right? Or LinkedIn. So LinkedIn style community around content or around ideas or around um, your course materials. Okay, so you can have forums for discussing various ideas. You can also have groups for groups around your course contents and also groups that do not have to do with courses. Okay, so it's everything that you'd expect from a social platform. So the community is just like Facebook, right? You can post, you can share ideas. Now we try to make it more interesting. So the more you post, the more points you rack up. And when you reach certain threshold, certain things become freer or easier to access with higher points. Okay, so just as you can see, anytime you post a new course comes out, it is automatically posted on the platform. You get people making posts, and you can do pictures, videos on this community, upscale circle community, and a lot of things. So your options for building a community around your course content is just unlimited. You can do a lot of things with this here. So it's not just the emphasis is that this is not just go on a platform and take a course. No, you can also manage a community around your course because it's very difficult keeping in touch with your students and keeping them up to date. If there are any updates, you have to do all of that through different channels and spreadsheets and all of that. But on Upskill, you have a community around your course and you can basically manage that community. All right. So this is basically updates for the community, and as you can see, you can photos, pictures, everything. Okay. Now, apart from the community, you can also take courses. So just like on Udemy, I do have this course over here which I've created. I'm currently working on another one, but when you click on this course, for example, now I'm logged in, so because I'm the administrator, it's gone directly over to this side. But when I sign out and come back to the courses page, you can see this, right? This is the course. You can see that this is the pricing. You can add to carts and then you can check out. So let's click on this and let's check it up. You can see that the details are over. You can see how many people are taking the courses, how much time the course takes, video content of that is available on the course, and when it was last updated. Now, a very important detail is over here, right? You can you can create the difference, a key difference between Upskill and Udemy, for example, is that you can price based on location. Okay, so you can set up a price for lower income countries, for middle income countries, and also for higher income countries. And this is something that you can just do on the platform. So you just have to speak towards the administrators, and then we'll be able to control that pricing for you. So if you use a VPN now and the location changes to the US, the pricing will be different for US. Okay, so the pricing will be different for US. Now let me change the location so you can see. So this is a VPN that I can use. Let me just connect directly. So this VPN will change our IP address to another country's IP address. So you can see it is assigning a Netherlands IP address. All right. So now let's just open a different browser and let's go Upscale. Yes, let's look at courses. Look at that. You can bear with me that this pricing has changed. You can see that it's now in dollars, right? And $55.90 is not it's not 400 Ghana cedis. So the system automatically detects the country that you're accessing the website from, and then changes the price to an already set price for whether it is for middle income, lower income, or higher income country. And this is a very powerful feature for Upscale that other websites do not have. So advantage number one, there is a community around it. Another advantage that you can see over here is the pricing is in your control. Okay, so as we said, also you can have forums, you can have groups around whatever content you are given on the platform, etc., etc. Now, if you want to be an instructor, you can just go over to the instructor tab. If you want to be a student, I mean, you can just manage your student contacts or details over here. So the fact that you're a student doesn't automatically make you an instructor. You'd have to go through a separate signing procedure over here. So I hope you can see the power that you have over with this course, and the real things that you can achieve here. So just like you have on any other educational platform, I mean, you can also have basically similar contacts or content on your courses. You can give write-ups, right? You can also you can make some content available to your students. So, and also block out certain content. So when you see this padlock here, it means you have to be signed into the course to be able to have access to it. But for this content, for example, when you click on it, you can see that you have access to that content. All right, so you can put videos, you can embed images, embed content from other platforms also, and of course we can help you streamline all of that. Okay, yes, so I hope you can see the power over here, right? So you can host your content, your recorded content on the platform. Now, talking about advantages, as you can see, the community is a huge advantage in managing your students, right? But not just that, but also starting conversations around the content that you create. You can have groups, you can have forums for discussions, etc., and just keep the conversation going and just basically manage your own personal groupings or community, etc., etc. You can also, for the courses, we would have a gentleman's agreement on how to, on a sort of what sort of arrangement to have for payments, because when whoever buys the content or the on the site, it comes directly to our account, so then we can know which percentage is going to you, etc., etc. And also the sheer power of just being able to determine the pricing based on location, that is just insane power, just so insane. And you can basically take advantage of that. And yeah, the interactions, student interactions on the platform, they can take quizzes, they can take assignments. So for example, so this is an interface. This is me bringing up a course. I'm working on a course at the moment. So this is the sort of interface you have as an instructor adding courses, right? So you can just basically, yeah, just add topics, and inside the topics you can add lessons, quizzes, assignments, etc., etc. So this is the interface for you adding a course on the platform. And we are also working on the last feature, which is certification or certificates. If you want to automatically assign a certificate to your student, you can see we have that option, but we are working on it. This is not fully functional, so that one too is going on. So this is basically the interface for creating a course on the platform. You can also set up the groupings. If you want Zoom meetings for your students, you have that opportunity over there. And there is also Google Meet. Yeah, so if you want to create Google Meet for your students, you have that opportunity. These features are not on Udemy, but they are here on Upskillcircle. So creating specific Zoom or Google Meet groupings for your students is also possible over here. Now I've also shown you that you can add lesson, quizzes, or assignments, and students are just basically able to follow the assignments, etc., etc. So let's look at an assignment, for example. So you can add duration limits for the assignment. You can add deadlines for the assignment. You can assign marks for the assignment, and even give passing marks or minimum marks that the student should have to be able to move forward. You can determine for the students that unless they submit an assignment, right? Unless they submit an assignment, they would not be able to skip this section or this lesson. So that's also within your grip. That's also within your power. So as you can see, a lot of power on the upskills circle. And Udemy, as I've shown you, they do not have most of these features. No, they don't. You could basically just go sign up for a course, take your course, and that's just it. But you do not have options for setting up groupings and manage the groupings of your students, build a community around your students, have forums for discussion for your students, etc., etc. Udemy doesn't have that. Skillshare doesn't have that. Teachable doesn't have that. So this is huge advantage. And also price control based on location, another huge advantage for content creators on this platform. So this is just a rundown of some of the features, and based on as time goes on, we actually are going to add more, like certification, etc., etc. Now, talking about the future, we are also looking at building an examination component of for upskill. Okay, so this is a professional community, and we know that for most professional companies or communities, there is the element of taking and passing examinations. So people should be able to take exams live on the platform and be issued certification and everything live on the platform. Right now, you can add quizzes and assignments, but the sort of like CMA sort of certification exams. That's where we are going to next from here. So it does involve a lot. There's a lot of research we have to do around that too, especially enforcing security, etc., etc. So that is just something in the future that we are looking at, so that Upskill Circle would be a one-stop place for everything that is professional, both building a community like LinkedIn or building course content, student groupings like Udemy, and then maybe taking sort of like a exams. Then it will all be a 360 approach to building a professional community. So what do you think? What do you think about this? If you're interested in the details on, I know that I know that you also have ideas on building something like that. So let me know what you think, and the way forward. How do you want to approach this new website that I have?